Happy Halloween, you pagans.
Spooky, yeah.
Halloween thing, you get me?
Halloween.
Mike Myers. Get me. What's this?
This is the tune.
Episode
Oh.
4.
4. Halloween special. Spooky sees home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And today we're getting spooky for your bitch ass.
Got a special one for you today.
We got a special one today because it is Halloween this Saturday. And we did promise that we would prepare some freaky, whether true or myths. We said that we'd find some stories and try and read them to you in seductive voices. Yes.
Right. Do you have? What did you search for? True? Or
Well,
did
I
you
just
search?
searched for Halloween stories, and I believe they're true.
Okay.
Whether they're not,
Ooh.
we'll soon find out. You can be the judge of that
Ooh.
one. So I don't know if you want me to kick
Ooh.
it off.
Yeah. Go on. Fuck it.
So yeah, obviously Halloween's cancelled.
Yeah.
Just so you are aware. So don't be planning on going trick or treating because you never know, you might get COVID candy. Get me.
COVID candy.
So yeah.
Mind you, it's not cancelled when we're here, bruv. We're saving.
Yeah,
We're saving Halloween.
We're saving it for your bitch ass. But yes, this is a Halloween special. So this is story 1 that I found.
Yeah.
So going around the tinternet. Get me. So it says.
Set the scene. Set the scene.
So
where are we?
It's a cold night in Montana.
Ooh, Montana.
Montana. And the
Okay.
Montana.
I know.
So it says, for anyone with loud upstairs neighbours, my sister and I were staying at an old historic hotel in the middle of nowhere, Montana. The building had been in use since the 1800s. Alright, so we're throwing it back. So
Oh,
this is
yeah.
an old school
That's-
building. My sister loves this place and has frequented it many times over the years. I was kept up all night by someone pacing around on the hardwood floors in the room above ours. That's enough. That's enough. It says drove me crazy.
So she's in a room.
So she's stuck
Just
in
hearing-
a room with her sister, and I don't know why her
Someone
sister
pacing.
loves the place, but apparently she's been many times over the years.
And all they can hear is someone pacing around.
So yeah, you hear those creaky little noises on the floorboards. Insert creaky floorboard
Yeah.
noise here. In the morning, I asked my sister how she could sleep through it all, and she told me that the upstairs of the building was used as a ballroom,
Okay.
but now it's
Well, like
carpeted
back
and
in the
empty.
day.
So yeah, I'm guessing in the early 1800s they used it as a ballroom,
Okay.
but
Okay.
now it's carpeted and empty.
Oh.
The hotel staff confirmed that nobody was up there, and furthermore, if they were, I wouldn't have heard heels on hardwood floor.
Oh shit! Yeah. Cool.
Bacon.
That is fucking minging.
So what do you do there? I'm flapping.
I'm
it.
gone. I'm not
I'm
staying
out.
there.
I'm
not
out.
staying
Fuck
there.
that. I'm not
So
having
she's
that.
gone. So her and her sister have gone to this hotel. Can the sister hear the noises? Do you think?
Well, it says I asked my sister, and she told me that the upstairs was used as a ballroom. But
She
that
must
makes
hear 'em
me think. One, how old's your sister?
She's in on it.
How does she? Why does she love this building
Yeah,
so
no,
much?
she's in on it. She's in on it.
She's some booky ass person. I don't trust her.
Bruv.
But anyway, I'm saying bullshit.
You don't reckon?
I don't reckon. But if it is true, I'm shook.
I
would
couldn't stay in a
The
place like
thing
that.
is, I just don't understand how you get to that point of the night where you hear shit and then you just continuing to like try and sleep.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
There's no
I'm
way-
waking anyone that's up in the room.
yeah. There's
Uh,
no way that if I'm hearing stuff like that, there's no way that I'm gonna stay there.
There's no
There's
one.
no way.
There's no chance everyone's sleeping around me, and I'm
No.
just sat there, just shook to bed. Like,
Nah,
what's that?
nah.
But yeah,
And
I don't know.
why would an attic So
So it says.
was it? It was the roof of the place, right? Like the attic.
So it says no. It just says
Just
the
the room.
floor above.
Oh, okay.
It just says the floor above. She heard someone pacing around on the hardwood floors in the room, but at the same time it's carpeted. So I don't know how to understand how you would hear it. Peak.
Yeah, that's bacon.
I'm out. I'm
That
out.
is- yeah, that's bacon. That is horrendous. Shit like that, no, I can't do. Ghosts and that. See, like, with films and
Yeah.
shit like that, like ghosts, nah.
Nah.
I can deal. I
Nah.
can deal with people getting chopped up,
Sounded like
people
gigs.
getting eaten.
Nah.
Nah, nah, no chance.
No,
There is
I can
no
deal with
chance.
with gore. It's like possessions and anything just like it's like the unknown.
It's
When you
ghosts.
can't see like a physical body or
Yeah.
something like a spirit, that's what spooks me out the most.
It's ghosts for me. No.
Yeah, we watched Nightmare on Elm Street yesterday,
Ooh.
but it was like the remake one, it was from like 2010, I think it
Yeah.
was. And it was actually pretty sick. So yeah, Freddy Krueger was.
That's
just
the one who's
appearing.
like, and he all like, his skin's all like
He's like,
bubbly.
yeah, and he's got the like the
Death-
claws,
oh, yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah,
Wolverine
yeah, yeah.
fingers, and it's basically if you fall asleep, he just appears and like you go into like this mad nightmare.
Oh yeah, of
So he
course.
was just chopping
Yeah.
every man up, and it was quite fucking raw. To be fair, I thought
It is a
I
good
thought it was
one.
actually quite a sick film.
Yeah,
I
see,
did jump, though.
all that shit's fine.
Yeah,
Like, but then you put me in a Paranormal Activity, and I'm not
yeah,
watching
you're
it.
not having that.
I'm not watching it. No
That's
way.
not a bit of you. That.
No.
Nah.
No.
What was your one?
Right. So I specifically looked for true stories, and where they're not based on like a personal account, they're from a number of people that have reported these sorts
Like
of
a
things.
similar story.
Yeah, in the same place. But then this one caught my eye because it's quite a good little story.
Go on then,
So-
get me.
This is a murder mystery story, and in the early 1900s in Weatherford, Oklahoma, Katie DeWitt James left her home with her baby after she filed for divorce from her husband. She planned to move in with her cousin, but her family never heard from her.
Mhm.
After an investigation, it turned out that she'd moved in with local prostitute Franny Norton.
All right.
Yeah?
Okay.
I mean, Franny for a prostitute name. I
Fanny
mean,
Norton.
moved in with Fanny Norton.
Fucked it.
So she was also last seen leaving the house with Franny and her child in a carriage.
Okay.
Franny returned with the child, who was covered in blood, but without Katie.
Okay.
So the prosy's
This is
taken
the baby.
and taken there. Yeah. So then her body, so Katie's body was then found later along a nearby creek with her head cut off.
Wow.
It was rumoured that her ex-husband had her killed with Franny's help,
Wow.
but Franny claimed she wasn't involved in Katie's death. But on the day she was supposed to be questioned by the police, she poisoned herself. Yeah. Katie's still around though. She allegedly appears as a blue light floating around town, and people have reported hearing a woman looking for a baby and the rolling sound of wheels.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah. What
Imagine
do you mean
walking
she turns
in-
up as a blue light.
You asked me that, but it's like you just seen a lamppost. Do you know what I mean? Like
You
obviously
just
not.
got glare off someone's fucking thing. And they hear what? Wheels?
So they hear,
Because that's what she took her out in.
yeah, they hear her looking for a baby
Oh,
and
the
pushing
fuck?
like the sound of wheels.
But then what? So the prostitute's husband or
No, so
the
the woman's husband
got
or
planned to get her
ex-husband,
killed.
Yeah,
Right, what
because
a
she-
savage guy.
because she had moved in with
the
the
prosy.
prosy,
The fuck?
but then there's rumour that the prosy and the ex-husband teamed up and
Well,
cut her head
the-
off.
Shit, so she just darked her. So she moved in.
she robbed
moved-
the baby,
She
but then she poisoned herself.
Isn't it?
So then why'd you do it in the
did
first
she
place?
die?
Yeah, she poisoned herself. She's dead.
What the fuck?
So the ex-husband was the only man's left.
He just wins. And then everyone else is just dead.
Oh,
Where's
no,
the baby?
Yeah, innit?
Did the baby survive?
Must have.
Right.
She allegedly appears as a blue light
Innit?
floating around town.
Blue light.
How can you call a blue light floating around town?
A person.
Do you know what I
She
mean?
just turned up as a traffic light.
What blue traffic lights have you seen?
I don't know, where is it?
That's Oklahoma, that is.
Yeah, fuck them.
Mad though.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Imagine walking home from somewhere, like, you know, you've gone to the pub or something.
And then just some mad blue light appears, like some World of War shit.
And then it shoots off somewhere, and all you can hear is some pram rolling about, but you can't see anything.
Fuck that. I would think I was tripping bollocks.
Oh, mate. I would just start running.
Oh, I'd be booting it down the road. I'm gone. You know how quick I am if I get stuck. I'm gone, bro. I'm gone, ski.
Oh, mate, the fastest ever.
Believe I'm darting out of there. I'm not having that. And she said a blue light. That's what creeps me out, though. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, like, if I seen... Right, I'll never forget, right? So, there's this haunted house on, you know, like, going to, like, Lavenock, you know, that road? There's like down by the, there's like a campsite down there, and there's whilst you're going down through the lanes, there's like this like old house.
Yeah.
And I think it used to be like the caretaker of the campsite by there. Used to live in there, and I swear to God, like when we used to stay down there, because my uncles, it used to be something to do with my family. Like they used to have like a place down there, and we used to just walk back through the lanes like in the night, and I guarantee you I've seen so many spooky things in that window, and I've literally had confirmation so many times that no one lives there. Like I'll never forget, it was like me, my sister and my cousin literally all seen it in the window. We were like, what the fuck is that? Oh, mate, that shook me up big styly. Like.
It's horrible, but like with stuff like that, do you just put it in your own head? Like, are you looking at a window for so long?
And you just like, you start
you're like, no, there's a person there.
Yeah,
like you start telling yourself that
I
you've
know,
seen
but
something.
we all like described like a similar looking thing, and that's what was the maddest thing.
No.
I haven't had too many like encounters with like mad stuff like that, other than like random bangs and noises and shit.
But then even when you're a kid, when you're like a teenager and you've gone out somewhere, and you're like, yeah, let's fucking go looking
for shit,
like the Blue House.
Nah, fuck that. There was this other house in like Penarth, and like down by Penarth Pier, and it was like this like mad abandoned thing, right? And like you used to go up through like the park and like cut through the bushes. There was like a little cut through by the bushes. Like, you might know where it is.
Yeah.
And we went up there one day, and it was getting dark. No, it was actually like mid-afternoon, I think, but it was just about to get dark. And we cut through the bush, and like we went into like this. It was basically just like the four walls. There was like the roof had like caved in and stuff. Yeah. And we were walking through, and then we like heard a noise, so we like darted out the front, like out the door again. And I'm not even joking. There's a skeleton of a dog on the floor, and we were like, "What the fuck?" Like literally the whole skeleton. It was so fucking mad. So mad. It could have been the coincidence and the dog was just taking us off there, but I thought that's some fucking ritual shit, like sacrificing and stuff. Oh, burn that. I was shook. Mate, all this shit's happened to me when I was being about 8. No, so messed up. Like,
it's the worst in places like that, because you know you've all gone there. There's like there's always a group of you.
And you know someone's going,
and there's one man, he's somewhere in the group, usually at the front. And he's like, you're walking through and he'll like hear something and he'll stop everyone and just start fucking tapping it back out. And
then everyone just gets shook, panicking, turning around.
All the noises you hear is just all the man shuffling like, fuck, shit, fucking gotta get out. We're fucking dying. And it was like running out of there the fastest.
It's like, what's it called? The Old Boys Village in Landsway.
The Old
I hate
Boys.
that
That's
place.
minging.
I hate that place. I don't know what it was originally. I think it was like a private school, right? I could be wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be.
There's so many like mad stories about like people like fucking.
Just horrendous.
It's just a weird like abandoned place, and because it's so far out of everything, it's like there's literally no other thing it could be than like the actual where you are.
Oh god.
No background noises.
Do you remember when we found like we were in the woods? I think it was Leckwith Woods, and we found like there was like a chest. and you could open it up, and there was like pictures in there with like faces and that, like scraped off and stuff.
Fuck that. Nah,
and
not about that.
There's always the fucking big man in the group like, nothing's gonna happen, and then everyone's like, no, I'm so done. See you. See ya.
It's like what's it called? Like in Cosmeston when there was that mad, like, it wasn't really, I don't even think it was a conspiracy, like it was just this mad story like going around that like at certain times of the night, if you go down there, you'd see people like congregating in like circles with like all mad costumes on and stuff, like a cult
like
kind of,
worshippers.
yeah, literally like a fucking cult kind of thing.
And Cosmeston. Did you?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, Cosmeston.
Fuck.
Mate,
That shit
allow
was...
that. Luckily, I've never ever seen it, but I would be shook.
Surely.
Oh, so shook, because those things defo happen. Like cults and that are definitely
They've got to
a
be
thing.
somewhere, haven't they?
Oh, they're 100% a thing. And would I ever want to be caught up in that? Fuck
No.
that. I don't want no smoke.
Do you ever pull up somewhere and like say you've gone down like a really nice street somewhere, like you're just driving about, and then you're like, this is somewhere where 100% if there was a purge,
yeah,
these guys are all over each other's houses,
yeah.
like
They've
just
locked each other.
slashing, man. Like they've got the tarpaulin over all the walls, so no blood like splatters the walls.
They've
and
got the
just, like,
setup ready, like
slashing that. Some old woman with like the pearls on,
Yeah.
some blonde one, like
yeah,
slashing,
fuck that.
slashing away, like dirty.
Defo happens.
Could you imagine there was a bit? Do you remember when there was the whole purge thing actually started happening in America? People remembered the date of the actual like the film, The Purge, and then they started like going into zoos and letting all the animals out of the zoos. What? Do you not remember this?
No.
It was like, it was going round like city by city,
Yeah.
and people were just going out in the streets and like
Dropping
just
it, like.
going, like people actually got.
This is the thing, like if you make a mad influential film, people actually just like continue with it.
But like, you wouldn't think The Purge is an influential film.
No, I know, but people
It's
are
just-
savages.
It's just an idea, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. But it's
And
like,
then people
what's
are
it
like,
called?
this might actually work.
What was that thing? What's that place in America where it's like, it's meant to have aliens and then everyone just turned up?
Area 51.
Yeah, and everyone just turned up at Area 51 on that a certain date.
Fucking
Like,
hell.
what the hell? Facebook and just like, you can get mad hype behind something.
I wonder who the organizer of that was, and then realised it got so popular.
It
It
had
was
like
oh
literally
fuck,
like
we're
news.
actually going.
Yeah, it looked like news channels and everything there. Man, mental. But yeah, surprise, surprise. Don't think anyone's seen any aliens.
No.
But anyway,
Do you reckon aliens exist?
we'll save that for conspiracy. I reckon.
Yeah, it's not a Halloween thing.
We'll dive deep into that one. But anyway, story 2 for you bitches.
Yeah.
I was at a slumber party. I'm guessing already this is in America.
Yeah.
In the 8th grade. Definitely American.
8th grade. What is 8th? What are the grades? Are they just years? So 8th grade is year 8. It must be, right? I never understood that.
It would make sense.
So what? How old are you in 8th?
So
in year 8?
you're 13, I think.
Yeah, about 13, 14.
With a few of my friends when we decided, stupidly, to have a seance in an unfinished basement. We were having fun and giggling as we were trying to figure out who to summon when someone suggested Jack the Ripper. A serial...
Who thinks, yeah, okay, let's just go and summon someone. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't we all just meet up and summon Jack the Ripper, is it? Alright, yeah.
If you don't know who Jack the Ripper is, he's a serial killer from the late 1800s. Which is actually
slasher.
true as well. And I immediately got a pit in my stomach. No, I spoke up. We shouldn't summon something evil.
Obviously not.
So she's got some logical brains. And then, that's right, called a man's voice from the other side of the cellar.
Nah, no way. Wait, nah.
There were no boys or men there. We were home alone.
No. And they were in an unfinished basement.
Another girl and myself heard it. I will never be the same. Fuck that. So what, it's just those two? A slumber party? What, she's had a slumber party between two of them? What the fuck
Just
you
two
call
girls.
I would not be summoning no man. Fuck.
I got goosebumps, man. Fuck that. I just pictured it. It's so vivid. Like you can just
imagine
picture yourself
like
sat somewhere dark.
scene.
Who the fuck goes, yeah, let's summon somebody?
And she's like, we shouldn't summon
Obviously
evil.
not.
I don't understand with all people like. I've always wanted to do like a Ouija board.
No.
But the thing is, like, you know, like you've obviously got to move it around. You've got to have like 4 of you at the board,
Yeah,
and then you've got to like
yeah.
slide it around. But it slides around apparently. But you know, someone's like
Just ragging it.
Yeah, putting pressure on
Who's
it.
there? And someone's
Yeah.
going, Paul. Paul who? Fuck John.
It's so mad though. I've always wanted to do it, but at the same time, I think.
No chance.
I
Nope,
think
not doing it.
I do think ignorance is bliss because I do believe in like spirits and that. I do think it can be true.
There is no chance I would ever do one. Like, in my right mind, there's no point. There's just no point in me being, yeah, let's go and summon someone.
Yeah.
What's the point?
There was something bare weird. Like we were in my like Mrs. Uni house. I don't know if I've told you this before. Have I ever told you this?
I don't think. Maybe.
It
I
was
don't know.
so we were sat in the living room and it was basically like the student flat was like stretched over like 3 floors. So I had like the kitchen on one floor, like her friend's bedroom and the living room on the other, and then upstairs another 2 bedrooms. And we were all sat in the living room, and then we just heard like this random bang upstairs. And we were like, what the fuck? But it was like too loud to be like a TV remote or anything just falling off the side. And like the student flat that she was living in was like it was like an old school building, I think built probably like 1900s, like early 1900s.
Yeah.
Because it was like proper big like breeze blocks. And so we were just sat there, we were like, what the fuck? That's so baffling. There was 3 of us in the living room. So I, obviously being the only boy there at the time, they were like, go upstairs. So I'm shook. I'm shook anyway. Obviously went upstairs, nothing happened. Like there was nothing there, no windows were open, so there was no like mad gust
was
of
the
wind.
upstairs just like an attic-y
It was kind of
place?
like a loft conversion that they made into like 2 bedrooms. And then I don't know why someone suggested Googling like the address.
Oh,
And
no.
they found some mad story, and I can't remember like if this was from what I remember. I'm sure it was something about like a man and a wife lived there, in like I don't know what it was, maybe like when it was originally built, and one of them like hung themselves in like the upper side of the building, and honestly, I was so shook because honestly I was just sat in the living room thinking, what was that? What was that? And apparently, like, they heard noises, like, a few times after that, and I was thinking, mate, you need to just get out of there. Get out of there.
That is the...
But the thing is, right, like...
Nah.
Nah, fuck it, innit?
What?
Like, my old flat as well, like, we Googled something about that as well, because obviously those
I'm
buildings...
never Googling...
Nah, don't.
No,
Nah, don't, just literally ignorance is bliss. But, we Googled like the address for our old flat, and obviously because where it is in like Butetown, it was obviously like an old, well, close to like the shipping,
Yeah, it was,
like
yeah,
a shipping
yeah.
town kind of thing. And then so we Googled it, and like we seen like the building when it was obviously like in these like sepia photos.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the story was, but it was either like a butcher's or something like that. It was something weird.
So it's just getting slashed, man.
Oh
Just
yeah,
getting slashed
but
up
like
all
there was a
over
few
your
times
flat.
where like I remember I was in the kitchen and I was pulling out the bin bags, and like we had like the kitchen was like separate to the living room, so obviously I had the door, and I remember pulling the bin bag up, right, and like the doorway's like on my right, and I've pulled it up, and I felt like literally my whole right side just go cold, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? I turned around, obviously there was nothing there. Like my missus is upstairs in bed. I was fucking panicking. Like I was like, that bin half out, so I knew I had to go back to get it. Oh mate.
So
any time when you get that like cold shiver and you feel like someone's behind you or on your side, oh, it gets me every single time.
So we had in my old uni house, there was 5 boys, and there was an attic. Obviously nobody ever went up in the attic or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think one of the boys went up there just when we first moved in, and then I think it was halfway through like second year. We were all downstairs, and we had like a obviously bang upstairs. We're like, okay, what the fuck is that?
No.
So we went upstairs, and the attic door
Oh, no.
was open.
No.
It was like
Like a
pushed to the
jar.
sides. So like, you know, and then we seen footsteps and handprints on the wall
No way.
going up to the attic.
Oh fuck that.
And then a few weeks later,
Yeah, but
the
who-
hole appeared above my bedroom, above my bed,
Shit, yeah,
in my
you
bedroom.
did, didn't you? What the
And it
fuck?
was
But
dripping.
No one ever
It was
checked.
dripping water, and we were
No
like,
one
no, I'm
ever
not going up there.
No one ever checked to see. Oh fuck.
You're mad.
That. Yeah,
You're
you
mad.
did. You used to have a random little hole in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Because it used to drip.
Nah.
Yeah, it used to drip. And yeah, there was. Still have no idea if any of the boys was like in the house
Yeah,
and they
it's
went
like
up there,
fucking
but
around.
we were all in the living room. I do not understand how.
Nah.
Like, the only way I could put it is when the guy first went up into the attic,
Yeah.
left the footprints on the wall. But I mean, nobody ever noticed the footprints or handprints on the wall before.
Originally, like.
And it'd been like a year
No way.
since
you would
he'd
have
done
noticed it.
Yeah,
like,
but it
oh,
was
nah.
the footprints and handprints like I'm explaining it to you now. That's what I
Yeah.
told myself. I was like, oh, it was
It must
definitely
be
him.
Yeah,
But I have no idea how it was open because it was fully closed.
And it's heavy as well. Like a door hatch is like
I
heavy.
have no idea how it was
Oh,
left
fuck
open.
That. No.
And after that, yeah, we all moved out.
Yeah, I would as well. Yeah, but the thing is, your uni house in Portsmouth as well was is a fairly old building as well.
Yeah, it
right?
was very old.
I can imagine those buildings have been there for a while.
It was one of them
Fuck
like long and
that.
narrow ones, yeah.
Oh,
So I
nah.
just told myself that yeah, the footprints and handprints 100% were there from the last time somebody went up there because there's no way because it was like just black,
No.
like faint
Oh.
fingerprints like that.
Like panic.
Like
Yeah,
it wasn't a handprint. It was like dots, like a
Oh.
fingerprint. Nah, it's that was the worst thing. I had to. I think it was that night where I woke up in the middle of the night and I needed to pee, and I had to wake up my girlfriend and say, "Can you come to the toilet with me?
Yeah,
Because I'm not
sure.
walking down that hallway."
No chance.
There is
yeah,
no
to be
way.
fair, that hallway
There
was
is
probably scarier than night.
No way I'm
No
walking down.
chance.
And you know, it was just like a long corridor
Yeah.
on it, and obviously
It's just
kids'
right
room
at
at the end was
like-
just black.
Nah.
So I'm like, I don't want to look down the
Nah.
corridor. So I fucking sprinted down the corridor like,
Oh,
and
fuck
it was
that.
horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous.
No chance.
I got one, yeah, now.
Go on then.
So we've got
Hit me.
another hotel, Hotel Monte Vista
Nice.
in Arizona.
Sounds swanky.
So it has numerous paranormal guests they can't get rid of. The hotel, which opened as a community hotel in 1927, named after the townspeople who helped raise the funds for its construction, has a history of underground opium dens, speakeasies, and gambling.
Shit. Little
Today-
heroin den.
Yeah,
Crack
straight
den,
crack
bruv.
fiend den, yeah. So today, the hotel is known for the paranormal activity that haunts some of the rooms and halls.
Nah.
So, shit like that, I'm like, nah, why would I go there?
Yeah, but some people get rage ons
In
and
it,
like
just
fucking
proper-
love going
yeah,
there.
just fucking love it.
It's like you can stay a night in fucking Alcatraz. What the fuck am I doing that for?
So like, okay, so we've got guests who've stayed in room 220 have experienced the TV changing channels on its own accord, and some have said they've felt cold hands touching them in their sleep.
Nah.
So we come back to the old cold hands situation.
No.
Oh, cold hands.
Nah.
I got freezing hands as it is
I hate
now.
that.
I'm fucking ghost. Fuck that.
I'm shook.
So there's also reportedly a phantom bellboy
What?
who knocks on doors and announces room service, but when guests get to the door, no one's there.
Oh no. Nah.
One of the more popular and possibly most disturbing encounters is the sound of an infant crying in the basement. The hotel website reads, staff have found themselves running upstairs to escape the sound of the cries. Though the sounds are very real to those who hear them, there has been no information that has explained the phenomenon.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Fucking ghost hunters would
Yeah,
have
like-
the biggest wank over that.
Do you know what? If you're a ghost hunter,
Suck your mum.
there's something wrong with you.
Just get out.
Why? Like why? Like, you're like, what? Just don't understand.
No.
Just don't understand. Like, why are you putting yourself in that situation where something could possess you or go? Fuck that, man. Like,
You're
what
in
is
your
wrong
room.
with you?
Someone's saying it's room service. You're like, hang on, I haven't ordered any room service. Answer the door, there's no one there.
Innit? Why are you answering the door then? If you know you ain't ordered it, why are you answering?
What if you don't answer? What if the thing comes in and fucking starts jucking you up?
I don't know. But right, when... So, you know that... So, when we were in Vietnam... Honestly, there has been a few times. The more I think about it, the more there has just been some mad spooky
stories.
situations. Like, so we were in Vietnam, right? Picture this, and we went to stay in this one hostel. We turned up probably about 9 o'clock in the night. We turned up, and it was an absolute shithole. When I say shithole, it was a mess.
Yeah,
like,
I remember.
we turned up. There was 2 boys asleep on the patio outside, and we were like, "Why are you sleeping here?" And he was like, "We haven't had electricity for 4 days." So we were like, what? So there's no aircon, nothing. And bearing in mind, it's like 38 degrees now. So we were like, nah, okay. So we went in to see our room. Not even joking, looked like a mental asylum. So we were like, right, burn this off. So we were panicking, looking on booking.com to try and find like another place to stay.
Yeah.
And we found this hotel, but we had to get a cab there, and it took about probably like 20 minutes. And it was still in the middle of nowhere. Like, it was literally just this mad little side street. There was nothing really around. Like, it was just so dark, like, when we turned up. And we looked up, and it was like a 6-story, 7-story hotel.
Jeez.
So we had, like, checked in. There was just one guy on, like, the reception desk, which I'm assuming he was the owner. So then when we checked into our room, we come down for a cigarette. And he just gave me the keys. And he went, when you're done, just lock up.
What, the hotel?
Lock up the hotel. So we were just outside, out the front, just like puffing a fag, and then we come back inside. It's pitch black. He'd gone to bed, so we were just left with the key. So I was like locking up all the doors, thinking, "This is mad. Like, what the fuck? Why am I left in charge?"
So you locked in? You locked in basically?
Yeah. So like I locked like the main front door and like the back door that was open, and like it was just. So we went upstairs to our room, which was like on the 4th floor. So we went to sleep, thought, this is fucking well odd. Like, we didn't know if anyone else was there because we didn't see anyone. It was just pitch black in all the rooms. So we got up in the morning, like, we went out for the day. Got back.
You still had the keys at this point?
No,
yeah?
so I think I gave them in to the guy at the time. So obviously we had our room keys. We got back, and he was just there on reception. And we got out of the lift at our floor. And as soon as we got out of the lift, this woman just appeared. And she was like, "Do you need a towel?" And we were like, "What the fuck?" Honestly, I've never jumped so much, because basically where the lift was, our door was literally directly in front of the lift, and there was like a set of stairs on the side of the lift.
Yeah.
And I looked up the stairs, and it's pitch black, so I don't know what floor she's come to, but none of the lights have like lit up on the floors above. And she's appeared. She was like, "Towel?"
Towel?
And I was shook. I took it off her, and I'm like shaking. I was like, "What the fuck? This place is so fucking weird."
That is strange.
Oh, so strange. Like, they would just appear, and like they weren't like weird or anything, but they didn't understand like any basic English, and I was trying to use like Google Translate to try and get some like conversing with them.
Yeah.
And nothing was happening. I was like, I just feel like this place is so fucking spooky. Like.
Were they like robots? Were they like they only knew like a sentence or two in?
Yeah.
So they'd be like, "Towel?"
Yeah.
And just stare at you, and you'd be like,
"Oh yeah,
no.
Thank you, thank you." But I don't know how she knew we'd got back, like, because we were pretty silent, like coming in through the door. Yeah. I don't know how. She didn't have any like microphone. She didn't have like a radio on or anything, like a walkie-talkie.
Fuck.
Oh mate, I believe I locked that door the quickest. Literally.
Chuck it up the door like. You know when you're shook and you're trying to get the key in the door, you're like, "Oh fuck."
We were so buzzing to leave. I think we only stayed there for like 3 days, but honestly, I've never been so panicked that someone was just going to knock my door at silly o'clock in the morning and just chef me up.
Oh my days.
Spooky ass place. Spooky ass place. So yeah, moving into story 3 from the Halloween series. So it says, "Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and my roommate is giggling and playing with my hair."
What? Whoa! I'm not having that. Is this a woman or a bloke?
So I think it's a woman. So it says,
just someone's laughing in their sleep and playing with your hair.
It says, "Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and my roommate is giggling and playing with my hair.
Fuck off.
In the morning, she doesn't remember.
Ugh.
So either she's getting nonced up and she's just pretending she doesn't know, or there's something mad going on in her head while she's kept.
She's cooking in her brain.
She's kipping, thinking, yes, let's rag this bitch. She's like, yeah, yanking it, laughing.
Full on going for it.
It's a little Chucky voice, like.
Yeah, proper witch laugh. Like,
Get
ragged, like, got whiplash.
So yeah,
Fuck.
so she wakes up and
Why
she doesn't remember.
Why are they sleeping in the same bed?
I don't know. It'd be weird if she's
Like your
not.
roommate.
If she's not though, and she's just stood over you.
Oh, can you imagine?
No, fuck that.
Eyes are pure asleep and that, but she's just like
Not having that, innit?
like smiling over
Like,
you.
have you ever known anyone like that sleepwalks?
Yeah, so my brother sleepwalks.
Yeah, bad.
Well, he used to. The only story I know of him sleepwalking was we were on holiday somewhere and my parents woke up. I slept through it all. My parents woke up and they could hear like rattling on the door to get out of the hotel room. And they're like, fuck, someone's trying to get in.
Is your brother trying to get out?
And then he started walking down the like path
Just
of the
off.
hotel to sleep.
Oh, no way. That's so peak.
Class.
Yeah, I know. I think my sister used to when she was little. I remember there was a mad story that my mum woke up in the middle of the night because she was only little. I think she was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
She found out she was just hid in the cupboard. She just had like these like built-in wardrobes in our like first house,
Yeah.
and she just like slid the door back and slid it back closed. So she was just sat at the bottom of the wardrobe, like imagine just opening the door.
Kids are fucking so scary. They're so scary.
There was a time, but I don't know if he was just drunk, but my dad took a piss on my PS2.
Halloween.
Because he thought it was the toilet, but he was drunk at the time. So he, until this day, he still says it was not him.
Blame it on the dog.
But I remember waking up like, what the fuck?
Why is my
PS2 soaking? Doesn't turn on.
Oh, dirty! You were trying to turn it
I
on.
know. I was talking to him the other day.
Stole my friend.
Pissed on it. And obviously my bedroom at this time, I was only little, so it was only like a little box room. And yeah, I just took a pure waz on my, took a pure piss on my PS2.
The pure fucking beer pisses as well, the stanky urine ones.
Can't. But imagine waking up in the middle of the night and just taking slash.
Just like that.
I'd be like, what the fuck? This is a mad nightmare. I'd be going, what are you doing? What are we doing here?
Hello, Dad. What are you doing?
Can you go back to bed?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
To this day. To he starts pissing on me.
He starts pissing everywhere like, oh, fucking hell. What's going on here?
To this day, he's in denial. But
Yeah, I would and all.
Fucking right, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it wasn't me, it was the ghost and
You
I.
have to replace it though. So it's his hell. you
Oh, class.
can hold this one.
Fuck.
I don't know. Have you got another story?
I've got another one. Have you got another one?
Alright, I've got one more.
Yeah, go on.
So it says, story 4.
Yeah.
Some of the best details in stories like these have to do with the lives of people that disappeared, left behind. What actually happened to the Martin family isn't much of a mystery.
Yeah.
They likely drove off the road on the way home, their car plunging into the river below, but the evocative snapshots of a life never resumed.
What has it ended?
Of a life never resumed make this entry particularly eerie. It highlights all of the mundane details of life that might flash before your own eyes. In an instant, everything changes. Wait there. Let me click this entry. Oh, where is it? What?
It's gone.
Just
Disappeared.
highlighted.
Rude.
What do you mean?
Rude. Halloween's finished. We broke
The
it.
Martin family. Wait there. I'm gonna have to Google them. 2 secs.
I've got one.
Alright, wait there. Let me just Google this family and see if I can find. Oh, okay. Here we go. I got on Wikipedia.
Right, you're gonna get cold hands all over you now.
So the Martin family of Portland, Oregon, disappeared on the 7th of December 1958 in the Columbia River Gorge during a day trip to gather greenery for Christmas decorations. Among the missing were Kenneth Martin, his wife, 3 daughters, and the son.
Yeah.
Several months after the disappearance, the bodies of Susan and Virginia were discovered downstream.
There's always a fucking stream.
Apart from each other. Police initially speculated the family's car may have crashed into the river, though the circumstances surrounding the event could not be fully explained. Further complicating the case was the discovery of a stolen handgun and the arrest of 2 ex-convicts in the area the day the family disappeared. Investigators were unable to determine if the incidents were in any way connected. The whereabouts of Kenneth, Barbara and Barbie remain unknown, and their vehicle has never been recovered.
The stories of like people never being recovered.
Yeah, never been found. The family's disappearance has been described as one of the most baffling mysteries in Oregon history and sparked the greatest manhunt the state has ever undertaken at the time. What the fuck? So they've never ever found. So they found 2 bodies, arrested 2 people, but they never ever found the rest.
Bodies.
What the fuck? And to be fair, you know when you Google like old school horrors, our family just looks.
They're in like
about like old. They look like the Addams Family, like type of like vibes.
They're in this. They're usually in the background of like haunted picture of the houses, and they're in the windows like looking at you like.
Literally, it's normally like if you watch a horror film, it normally looks like the photos that are just like hung up everywhere.
Oh fuck.
So what the fuck? It was 1958, mind. What the fuck?
Jesus. I fucking. What was that show on like? Wasn't there like a program called like Sky Living or something? And they did that the ghost hunting.
What show?
Yeah,
what with the blonde guy?
I think
Derek
so.
Acora.
Yeah, and it was just constantly like in night vision, and it would go up against people's eyes, and they'd be like,
"Yeah,
I want to get out. I want to get out."
Derek Acora, his name is, I think, and he's the most gas man I've ever heard. That guy has made a living just chatting bag.
Oh bollocks!
This guy.
Yes, it was him.
Fucking fake guy.
That show, I can't remember what that show was called.
I think it literally was Most Haunted.
That was it, Most Haunted.
Yeah, and he did another one called Derek Acora's Ghost Towns.
Nah, not having it. Never watching shit like that.
The Antiques Ghost Show. Did that one? He did that one as well.
The Antiques. What has he done there? Like, look, he's like people have taken.
It was a reality show. Members of the public would bring self-proclaimed psychic to their antiques. So basically, I guess, and it would be like David Dickinson, but horror edition.
Yeah, and they would take their antiques to like haunted houses, and
I guess
see what
he would like either read what's haunted about it. This guy's a gas man.
Yeah, fuck off.
Guy's a gas man.
I hate that shit. Ghosts are mad. It's just when they get pure. It's when they zoom in on the people's faces.
It's the night vision.
Little snot is like dripping out there in fucking. I was gonna say mouth then. How are you dripping snot out your mouth?
They're panicking.
Weirdos.
They're panicking.
Alright, so I've got. So this is in LA, Hotel Cecil, and it says more cursed than haunted downtown LA's Hotel Cecil. I imagine it's Cecil.
Cecil what? It's place?
Like it's called Hotel Cecil, but it's spelled CECIL. Okay. Like there's no other way.
Cecil.
In there, she used to call it like Kiesel.
Yeah, not that.
It's not it. It's got such a bad rap that it actually changed its name to stay on Main Street. If you're a true crime and paranormal super fan, you've likely already heard of it.
Okay.
And then it says where to begin. So many bad things have happened here. There's literally an entire Wikipedia page dedicated to its violent history.
No way.
The first recorded death by suicide is in 1931, followed by a long string of similar deaths in 32, 34, 37, 38, 39 and 40.
Oh my days.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, quick succession.
Imagine having a Wikipedia. How are they still in business? No,
Mm.
fucking freaks.
People
wanna
love
go
it.
in, yeah.
People get rock
Of course they
ons.
would, yeah. In there fucking wanking on some ghost and that. At some point in the 30s, one man was pinned to the exterior wall by a truck. A woman murdered her newborn.
What, a truck?
A truck had pinned the guy to a wall. So just got
drove
bang,
into him.
Just smashed him up against
Yeah,
the
that's
wall.
okay.
A woman murdered her newborn in the building in 1944.
Yeah.
And the pattern of suicides continued into the 60s. In 62, a woman jumped from the 9th floor window
Wow.
and landed on a pedestrian, killing them both.
Oh my days. Imagine that, getting fucking hurricane ranted from 9th floor. RKO out of
Would you
nowhere.
feel that?
Oh mate, I
Would
don't
you-
know.
you just
Do you just crush on impact or what? Do you
Like, are you alive for a little bit? Like, crushed? Oh,
do you
oh.
feel, oh my god, your neck would probably just go into your body. Oh my days, that's gross.
It's worth noting.
Good accuracy though.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't imagine. I bet she was like falling. So the one was like, fuck. I don't want to kill someone as well. I fucked
Starfish.
it. Jesus.
Ranting.
It's worth noting that 2 of the women who died by suicide apparently jumped while their husbands were asleep in the room.
Right.
Fuck. Oh my god, there's so much.
She just wasn't getting dick down right.
Just would, didn't you? Just would. That's it now. I'm not sleeping. I'm getting fucking cold hands all over me.
Oh no.
In 1964, tenant Goldie Osgood was brutally murdered, a crime which has remained unsolved. Next, in the 80s, the infamous serial killer Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, stayed at the hotel, and in the 90s, Austrian serial killer Jack Underweger lived there. So all these serial killers just
Yeah.
gonna meet up in here, are they, and just stab a ball?
And this is in what? 1900s?
90s, in the
In
90s.
the 90s.
So
right,
like
not
20
even that
years
long
ago.
Shit.
20 odd years ago.
Go on.
Other weird things kept happening, but the weirdest is definitely the disappearance and death of 21-year-old traveller Eliza Lam. A few weeks after Lam went missing, her body was discovered in the rooftop water tank after visitors and tenants complained about a funky taste.
Oh nah, so
People are
drinking
drinking. Oh, her body's like dissolving in the water.
Oh,
People are
that's
drinking it.
rank.
Oh god, can you imagine like the shit after that? Oh my
Jeez.
word. They later found odd footage of her in the elevator from the night of her disappearance. It's difficult to make out what she's doing. It looks like she's either playing hide and seek with someone outside the elevator, or she's frightened and attempting to hide from someone,
Nah.
but the doors won't seem to shut. Authorities ruled the death accidental drowning, but because you need a key to access the roof, many suspect foul play.
No way.
Bruv, that hotel...
Does it look booky? What's it called? Hotel Cecil.
Cecil, like
Hotel.
LA's hotel.
I want to have a look what it looks
Cecil.
like. Mate, that's had some
Cecil.
It's had some mad places. Oh my days.
Is it weird? Yeah.
It just looks like one of those mad ones.
Oh,
like.
it's like, oh god, the letters missing on the.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bruv. Is that not where they filmed fucking American Horror Story?
Yeah, literally.
Fucking.
To be fair, doesn't look that
It looks
bad.
actually
But
grand,
the
doesn't
thing
it?
is-
It
yeah,
looks proper grand.
It looks so grand.
Fuck.
For the 9th floor, and you've jumped out of it. So that's 1, 2,
And you've landed-
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, she was high up.
Was she?
She's like here. It only looks like 12, 13 stories high,
Oh
and she's
my
almost at
God.
the top.
And landed on somebody. Why would she not scream as she's coming down so somebody could be like, "Oh fuck, there's a woman falling."
It's
and
like
get
you know
out of
when
the way.
you're on a skate through and you do like you do,
The what's it
Hall of
called?
Meat.
Yes, the
Hall
Hall
of
of Meat.
and she's just gone down like
Get extra
torpedo.
points if you hit someone.
Nah, imagine that. Fucking
You
hell.
surely you wouldn't feel it. Surely if she landed on you, you're gone. Like
I can't say I'll ever want to know. But still,
That's-
fucking hell.
gee, that hotel is.
Fucked.
And then what? Just serial killers just somehow
Link up
all
there.
knew about this place. Killed Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Bro, that's mad. What did he do?
The Richard Ramirez.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's a nonce. Serial
American serial killer.
Serial killer of the night.
Wow, he looks bizarre.
Yeah, shock.
Look at the state of him. Look at the state of him.
What?
He's look at that.
I
He's
find,
got
like,
he's got the fucking. He's put in jail with the fucking Satan thing on his hand, bruv. He's fucking waving at people with the Satan thing on his hand.
No.
What is he doing?
There's definitely demonic people out there.
A demon.
Fuck that.
What was his crimes? What did he do? American serial killer, serial rapist, and burglar.
Shock.
His highly publicized home invasion crime spree terrorized the residents of the greater Los Angeles area and later the residents of San Francisco area.
So he's just going around
What?
raping, nonsense and killing. That's mad.
Bruv, I don't understand. Especially like people, it goes on for ages. Like, surely somebody got him.
It's like, what's it called? That Piers Morgan thing with that serial killer.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? And
Yeah.
it took over it was like something mad, like 25, 30 years. Because they didn't have the DNA. Like, they didn't have DNA testing that they do now. And they obviously had a bit of evidence that they found at the scene, but they couldn't clarify if it was his.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, when DNA got better, the testing of it, he ended up getting convicted like 25 years later when he was just going around on a mad one, just killing all these prostitutes and stuff. Because his daughter, like, it was either his sister or I think it was his sister turned into a prostitute, and he just got like this mad like rage inside of him.
Yeah.
And just going to pick him up and then killing them off. And then
Bruv,
like Piers
just
Morgan's
why?
like interviewing him, and he's just so like cold faced, like he's just looking at you like, no, I didn't do it. And it's like, mate, you're literally facing jail like for life. Do you know what I mean? You're not getting out. And you're still in denial because you just refuse to. You've got to be in some form of mad mindset to just keep that going.
Like you must not. You must not be able. Like, it's the definition of a sociopath, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
they have no feeling. They
No,
don't
I
feel
know.
a thing.
But most of the time, they're fucking super intelligent
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So crazy.
It's like, we talk about this theme a lot, but it's like when people are really clever, there's a screw loose somewhere else.
Yeah.
So obviously their screw looses are gone in like feelings. So
Yeah.
they're like, oh, what if I do this?
so
And they're just
cold-hearted with it.
jucking
Like,
a man. They're like, I feel nothing.
yeah. What was that story? Oh, it was so dark. Oh, it was something so mad, and it was basically this younger kid. It was on that serial killer thing as well, I think. So it was this kid,
Yeah.
and when he was like 9, he had a little sister, and she was like
that's
6.
the one I've seen. That's the one I've seen.
That's fucked. And he
And
goes in the room and kills the sister.
He kills his sister because all he wanted to do was
like,
get back at his mum.
Yeah. He wanted
That's-
like his
yeah,
mum
that's
to
the one
get
I saw.
revenge. Like,
That's the one I
nah,
saw.
that is fucked, mate.
Like,
If you
And
haven't
that's-
seen
he-
it, I would
he had-
recommend going and watch that though, because it is fucking deep. Like,
he had like a ridiculously
it's
high
like
IQ.
IQ. Yeah, his
didn't
IQ was incredible. Like, and he was just literally outsmarting you. Like, you didn't know if he was being truthful, or you didn't know if he was lying, or just trying to work you out.
he? Yeah.
So mental. So mental. And like he was gonna get out, wasn't he? Like he didn't
Yeah,
have
he was
long
like-
left of his sentence to
Because
get out.
he was a youth when it happened, so
Yeah,
he didn't
yeah.
serve life. He was only like 30 years, I
Yeah, it
think.
was something mad.
So he was getting out
Crazy.
within like the next couple of years. I think it was like 5 years or
Yeah,
something.
it
He was
was.
getting out. Yeah,
And
that shit was.
His mum was even going to visit him and stuff. Like, his mum was saying like she forgives him and that.
Yeah, she was like, I forgive him. Like, obviously nothing's ever going to be the same, but
Yeah,
like, I'll
I
forgive
forgive
him
Because he's your son.
because I'm.
Mental.
Why would you do that?
Pray to God and never have to get
Why?
put in that family dynamic, because that's fucked.
Why?
That's so fucked.
I'm reading this one now.
Go on. Hit me with one more.
All right, LA again.
Yeah.
The Los Feliz Murder Mansion.
The Los Feliz.
Los
Murder
Feliz.
Mansions.
Feliz Navidad.
Let's go.
So during the mid 20th century,
Yeah.
this large Los Feliz home was the happy home of Dr. Harold Perelson. Fucking hell, Peril. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Read this story at your peril.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Oi,
Son.
Son.
Oh,
Oi.
get me. And his family until the horrific night of December 6th, 1959, when he murdered his wife in her sleep with a ball peen hammer.
Okay. Bald peen.
Ball peen.
Okay.
What the fuck is a ball peen?
Is it? I'm assuming.
What is a ball peen hammer?
Ball.
Ball and peen. Murdered her with the ball and peen.
It's like some dildo. Oh
Oh,
yeah, that's
right.
what I was thinking. It would be
What is
like.
it?
It's like that one.
Just like a
You know, like the round
just a
edges.
straight,
Like
here's Johnny Hammer.
naughty one. Like. It hasn't got the hook on the back, like to pull the hook out.
Okay, yeah. Oh, it's because it's got the ball on the
It's
back.
got a ball peen.
Yeah, ball peen.
And it's got a peen on the front. Anyway.
So he's like
R.I.P.
Ball peen hammer and attempted to murder his 3 children before drinking acid to kill himself.
Right.
Yeah, Raz. Fortunately, his eldest daughter let out a scream when he struck her in the head, waking up the younger children, who then walked into the hallway to find out what was going on. During the commotion, they were all able to flee. Before the murder-suicide, he was a successful doctor who invented a new type of syringe after investing most of the money into its research and production. But he got screwed out of the rights, leading investigators to blame financial problems. Okay, so he's losing his mind because
He's gone.
all these lawyers are just screwing him over.
Yeah.
Other creepy details include a passage of Dante's Divine Comedy left open on his bedside table.
What's that? Porn. Is that what it is?
I have no idea. Do it now.
Dante's Divine Comedy.
Dante's Divine Comedy left open on his bedside table. I imagine it's some mad fucking
Comic about murder,
like
man.
gruesome comic, yeah.
Divine Comedy. It's a poem.
Oh, Jesus.
Dante.
That's not a good face.
Divine Comedy.
Dante's Divine Comedy, yeah.
Is a long Italian narrative poem by Dante Alighieri and completed in 1320, a year before his death. It is widely considered to be the preeminent work in Italian literature and one of the greatest works of world literature.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so not
So he's
porn.
got a passage of that
Not porn.
just on his bedside table.
Okay.
2 years later, it was sold to the Enriquez family, who used it as storage unit, and their son continued to do so until he sold it to a couple in 2016 who had plans to fix it up. But it seems to have scared them off because within a few years of it being on the market, well, no, after a few years of them going to buy it, it was straight back on the market again.
No.
Photographers also report a feeling of needing to run away from the house when they get close up to it.
No way. Do you know what's mad? It's like, you know, people like recycle, like, and upcycle, like, a lot of furniture.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you actually knew, like, sometimes if you did go and buy something, and you, like, you know, when you buy, like, a big corner, like, chair or, like, a rocking chair? Oh, bro,
Sitting
imagine
here
you
in the
actually
rocking
did
chair.
know the whole, like, story of it, if it's, like, a proper antique, like, built in the early days. Like.
I'm certain that I'm never going to buy a rocking chair.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I know.
certain that is one thing that I...
Or a rocking horse.
I've never looked at and gone, do you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks good, that.
Nah, my kid can have a Segway.
Yeah.
I'm not having no rocking horses.
Segway,
I'm not having it booting off, like rocking ferociously.
You
Like
can have a mini moto. You can have a fucking mini moto.
But I don't know.
Sauce.
Time?
58.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
Wrap it.
Wrap it.
So yeah, just
Wrap.
coming to the conclusion of this Halloween edition.
I hope you like
Let us know if you liked it. It's something a little bit different. We always try and keep the ideas fresh. But remember, if you are a person that goes to these haunted hotels,
Just get away. Just get away.
just allow it.
Please.
Just allow it. And then yes, I've been Tom,
I've been Spud.
and this is the Halloween edition of the No P
Spooky season,
podcast.
fellas.
Get me!